Original. Am I the only one? Am I sexual? Am I everything you need? You better rock your body now. Everybody, rock your body. Everybody, your body right. Easy's back. All right. All right.
All right. So, guys, it's Tuesday night. We got a lot going on. We just got back the results or what the city gave us, the documentation about the 57 South Music Festival. So, it's a pretty big thing that's going on. We got some information. We're going to show it to you guys in a little bit. But right now, what's going on in the city of Eagle Pass with the 57 South Music Festival. So, just to bring everybody up to speed, we recently, if you haven't followed our page, we recently sent a Texas Public Information Act request to the city of Eagle Pass. And in this request, we asked a lot of things, right? We requested that they provide the names of this infamous committee that we found out that was operating, making some kind of working in a capacity of making decisions when it came to the 57 South Music Festival. So we have the names for you. There's only a few. There's not very many, but one of the names we did tell you guys beforehand that this individual was involved, and we hit the nail on the head on this one. And we found out that, yes, the most recent departure from the city of Eagle Pass, the Economic Development Director, Mr. Marquez, Arturo Marquez, he was one of the ones on the list. So we're going to get to that real soon. But another thing that we requested from the city were the scoring sheets. How did the city of Eagle Pass evaluate these resumes that they received to qualify people to be able to run this multi-million dollar festival, guys? Now, this wasn't a small project. That's a big project. We had a $2.35 million loss from the city of Eagle Pass. Now, that may not directly be hurt in the pocket of taxpayers, but that does put pressure on city administration, a new city administration coming in that has to absorb the, should I say, mismanagement of the 57 South debacle. So let's dive in right away. Like I said, we went out for a lot of things. If you guys read the title, we requested information. We didn't get all the information that we requested. So they actually invoked a opinion from the Attorney General's office that they cited. Right now, we'll show you the number, but they cited an Attorney General's opinion to not provide us the scoring sheets that determined how and who was selected for the talent management of the 57 South Music Festival, guys. Don't you think that would be one of the most important parts of the piece of the puzzle that we're trying to put together? We're trying to see why they went with just one management that just had 1 year of being as a limited liability company. It takes a year in advance to plan these kind of events. So now we do have resumes. Now we know there were two other resumes that were submitted along with just one management, was it? So they were the ones who ran it, and then we had two more resumes. And guys, I mean, you're going to be the judge on this one, right? there's a reason the city of Eagle Pass did not provide us those scoring sheets. I believe that those scoring sheets are the missing piece to what we're about to show you. And that is the reason why all of a sudden you had the economic development director, Arturo Marquez. For some of y'all, a small percentage of y'all out there, he benefited y'all, and y'all know who you are. And we're getting to the bottom of all that. And let's just say people are talking, all right, and we are getting pointed in the right direction. So we're gonna find out, and we're gonna get to the bottom of what exactly did Arturo Marquez do, who benefited from the deals with Arturo Marquez, the former economic development director that all of a sudden now is doing presentations down in Corpus Christi, doing God knows what, probably selling us all out because, I mean, he sold the city out, and we're going to get to that real soon. Let me tell you, first things first, this 57 South Music Festival. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So what I'm going to be doing is guiding you guys through this request form. And we do have a holiday tomorrow. So many of us can enjoy the night as if it were a mini weekend because we don't work tomorrow. So I encourage you to get a beverage of your choice, relax, and just hang out, and let's see what the city is up to and see what we can discover here. Okay, so what you're looking at right now on your screen, this is the City of Eagle Pass website, but recently, and I applaud the city for doing this, it's a much better situation than they had before, right? Where you had to do paper, go in for paper records and all that stuff. So, kudos to them on that level. But so this is the request form, right? The public record requests, documents, everything. If you want to request documents, guys, you don't have to go to City Hall other than to make the payment, and then they can release the documents from within this software that they have, or this website app. So it's a real good tool, and I would let anybody know that this is available. And if it is needed, guys, I'm not the only one that can request some public records. It's something that is a normal practice in many places. And if you want to know what your local government is up to, that is the reason why these tools are available for residents or anybody. It's not just available to residents, it's anybody that submits the request. So it's important to know that, and it's important for you guys to exercise the right. If you guys are curious about something or want to know what's going on, you have every right to look it up and be provided the information to be better aware of how the city is using your hard-earned tax dollars. So if you're following along, we have this request, right? We've requested a few, so that's why the number is a little high there, but we got information requests, all of that stuff. So it was 50 cents, and shout out to the donors that we had. We appreciate it. Much love, and we appreciate you guys supporting us, sending us the money that we didn't have to pay this out of pocket. The Maverick Times was funded by a donor. I don't like to say names unless they want me to. But you know who you are. I'm sure you're watching. We appreciate that donation and all the other donations that we do receive. So again, getting back to what we requested from the City of Eagle Pass. So we requested copies of any and all resumes, qualifications submitted in response to the request for professional services, music promoter, and event management advertisement issued by the City of Eagle Pass. Now, this advertisement that was issued by the City of Eagle Pass I've never seen a professional service the way it is listed, accepting resumes. That I'll tell you from my experience, and I do have extensive experience with local government, with city, with county. I've been a part of some of these committees where you do choose and rank and score um, professional services, which that is why I tell you that there was a scoring sheet that we were asking for. It's on request two, copies of any and all scoring, ranking, qualifying sheets that determine who the city would select for the music promoter and event management opening. So these guys got resumes, got qualifications. Now we learned that there was three submitted. Okay. So we're going to show you all three of them, and you guys are going to be the judge of whether who got it should have gotten it, or question why did the people that got it, right? So we got the resumes for you. There were three submitted. Now, the city of Eagle Pass, and I totally disagree with their decision. They decided to withhold the information from number two, which is copies of any and all scoring, ranking, and qualification sheets. Now, from my experience, guys, again, I have been in that chair. I have been in those groups where in professional services, we rank qualifications. We see how qualified is that engineer, how qualified is that architect, how qualified is that music promoter to do this job. And there is a point ranking scale. And from those point ranking scales, you get the top one and you enter negotiations with them. It's not a set price. You enter into negotiations with that first person. Now, if negotiations fail with that first top qualified one, per the committee, right? They're top qualified based on what the committee scored and ranked them. So if you cannot negotiate a price that's best for both parties, they move down to the second ranked qualified firm, promoter, what have you. Now, for the city of Eagle Pass to pull this fast move, and that's what I'm going to call it, a fast move, I totally disagree with their decision. I have not, I'll be honest with you, I have not looked up what they cited on the opinion, on the Texas Attorney General's opinion. I have not done that, and we will do that when we get you a full report of what we're doing, a written report, right? We had to come out and do our reaction to the what is going on and give you the video version for those that like that. And of course, we're going to have a detailed version written later on. And you're going to see in that detailed version is it's a normal practice for anybody that submits any kind of bids, any kind of proposals. Those people that do not receive, when I was there with the city of Eagle Pass, it was normal to see if we had an engineering job that we went out for professional services, all those engineering firms that did not win the bid, it was normal practice for them to request why they didn't and request those ranking sheets and everything. Why do they do this? Engineering firms or professional services, whenever they don't get a bid, they try to find out why they did not get the bid so they can improve their proposals, or maybe they're not offering what, but it's a tool to improve themselves, right? Now, that's regular practice. I've seen this. It's business as usual. It's a normal thing. It's not like, oh my God, they're asking for this. No, it's a normal thing that happens because engineers want to see how their proposals rank, or the writers of the proposal want to see how they rank. And then from there, they want to make something, improve upon their proposals. So to my, absolute shock, the city of Eagle Pass opted, get this, they still took my whole 50 cents, right? They still took all the money. They said they were going to give me 50 pages. I only ended up with about 8 or 9 at the most. I think I'm overstating. And they still took, what was worth for 50 pages of what was there. So if I got 6, 7 pages and there was 50 pages, there's 40 pages missing, guys, of information that we requested on your behalf to see what is happening with this 57 South Music Festival and if everything was done correctly. Because let's remember, we did lose, City of Eagle Pass lost $2.35 million on this festival. Now, if they would have gone with somebody else that submitted a resume, would they have lost that 2.5 million? 2.35? That's a good question to ask. Again, and I hate to repeat myself so much, it does get redundant, but not giving us the copies of the scoring sheets that these individuals that we are about to reveal scored and ranked these applications. I am very curious as to why the City of Eagle Pass refused to give us that information, because that information is the missing link as to who got selected and why they got selected. Now, just think about that. This is a very strategic move by the City of Eagle Pass in not revealing that information. And we will be following up with the Attorney General and making sure that everything was done legally and they weren't speaking out of terms. We do have contacts at the state level. We are going to try to work those contacts. We're going to try to get up to the Attorney General, Ken Paxton level, and we want to see those ranking sheets, guys. And also, the last but not least, the list of the names who participated in the committee to determine who was selected. So, guys, the City of Eagle Pass is saying these people that we are about to reveal were part of the committee to determine who was selected to manage the 57 South Music Festival. Now, this is a lot of the stuff that you guys wanted to see. You wanted to know who was responsible for selecting the person that lost 2.35 million of the City of Eagle Pass's funds. All right, so there we have the documents. We are going to take a quick moment to give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. Thank you, Viva Canine Dog Training, Grooming, and Boarding Center. You can contact them at 830-335-2111. Iron Primate MMA, 830-421-6811. And congratulations to Ruben Montemayor on his victory for Maverick County Tax Assessor Collector. Got to pay them bills, guys. Now we are moving forward with the request. You guys wanted to see what was going on. Let's take a look at the redaction letter first. So you guys could probably see it. I'm going to go ahead and read it for you guys. This is June 13th. June 13th. Guys, I'm just noticing it says June 13th. We're on the 18th right now. So this was generated for quite some time. Now, we just got today the invoice of 50 cents. So that's why we went and made sure it was paid for so we can get this information out. I wonder if that's weird, but moving on. So you got, Mr. Reese, we have received your public information request for records dated 6/03/24. Now, whenever you see anything like that, they're trying to identify a specified date. They're trying to how do I say it? They're trying to be so specific with information that other relevant information gets dropped out. If that makes any sense, I guess that's the best way I can probably state it. But if you're so specific on an item, you leave a little pathway for information not to be given. But anyways, the information you requested contains email addresses that is collected, assembled, or maintained by or for a governmental body. This information is confidential. Our office is prohibited by law from is confidential under section 552137 of the Texas Government Code. Now, to me, right there, right off the bat, why does the scoring sheet have email addresses? Why would a scoring sheet have email addresses? And why would they not want to share with us something that contains email addresses? Can you how do I say it? Bullshit? Bullshit. I'll call it what it is. Bullshit. Our office is prohibited by law from releasing this information to you, and therefore we remove this information from enclosed information we're providing you. So how convenient is it that there was an email address? They went out of their way to find out that, oh, look, I've never been a part of any type of selection committee that had email addresses attached to any scoring sheet, guys. Come on, why would you have an email address attached to a scoring sheet? Doesn't make any sense. There is something, the city of Eagle Pass is hiding something from you guys, and it is very unfortunate that we may not get to see unless the Texas Attorney General acts on this. Wow, and you know, I didn't read the redacted letter. I kind of like, hey, well, it's kind of normal how they all put the same ones. But the information you requested contains email addresses. That is, how is that on a scoring sheet? They're lying to you. They're lying to me. They're lying to us. They don't want you to know those scoring sheets. And we're going to show you in a little bit why they don't want you to know those scoring sheets. But you're telling me because of email addresses, you're not going to show me a scoring sheet. One. Two, why does a scoring sheet have anything to do with email addresses? I can tell you from my experience, I have done hundreds, not hundreds, probably, well, maybe, but I've done many of them. I've had many years with the city of Eagle Pass. I have done these myself many times. The scoring sheet does not have an email address. The scoring sheet has the different entities and the different categories, relevant experience, cost effectiveness, able to do this, practical, different columns, right? And then they have the different application proposals submitted, and you're there literally, giving them a score, giving them a score, giving them a score. Nowhere have I ever seen an email address in one of those scoring sheets, guys. The reason why I look a little upset about this is, I'll be honest, I did not read this just until right now. I mean, I knew I had this information. I kind of glanced over it, but I didn't, read this letter because I figured it's a typical letter they send. But now I'm looking at the reason why they didn't give us the scoring sheets, and it's a total crock. It's a total crock. Comment. It's unfortunate, Joey. It's very unfortunate. And I'll say it, Joey, because I did support this candidate. I did. We were tired of the whole thing that was going on, right? So I believed in this candidate, and I think that's what even kind of, it's one thing to get, stabbed, but when they start twisting the knife and doing this, you tell me, Joey, this should be something that should be readily available. What is the problem with revealing? Now, I know you don't buy the bullshit that they're saying about email addresses, and Joey has been watching our show. A good friend, Joey knows that we have experience working with the city. We worked for the city nearly 15 years before we got pushed out by the scum that's in there, and you know this is what happens. This is bureaucracy at its best. And you, how are you not going to give us the scoring sheets and say that there's an email in these scoring sheets? Come on. That is ridiculous. I don't know who is responsible for that response, but you and I both know that you are not acting in good faith to our citizens of Eagle Pass. You are deliberately trying to hide information. You are deliberately trying to hide information from the public. Just think about that and the serious consequences that can come from those actions. Never has the city of Eagle Pass denied seeing any selection of its regular practice, guys. They should have never denied us letting seeing these scoring sheets. Engineering firms ask for these proposal scoring sheets on a regular basis. You see what the city, what bureaucracy and government tries to do? They try to spoon feed you what their shit is, and they cover their own asses. And I will tell you, based on my experience, I have a lot of experience, guys. I worked with the city of Eagle Pass for 15 years. I know what local government is. If anything, I know city of Eagle Pass local government because I worked there so damn long, guys. I was a director there. I was part of many times where we got together and we had to select an engineer for professional services, much like they selected here. And I believe this is the first time ever that they deny anybody seeing or deny a request to see those scoring and ranking sheets, guys. There was something done seriously wrong. If you are hiding something, it's because you did something wrong, not because you did things right. Ya se echaron la feria. It was $2.35 million loss, Joey. Let's get to the good part. Let's get to the resumes. Let's see. Wait a minute. You guys weren't seeing this. Let's see. So let me get you that the letter here. Okay, so there you go. Sorry about that. We had the other one selected, but there you go. Those of you with the legal experience, those of you, our state contacts, if y'all are watching, I know you guys have a lot longer arms than I do with this stuff. So there you go. I'll be honest with you, emails I have never seen, not once. I've been part of a bunch of these guys. Not once have I seen an email on the scoring ranking sheets. They are lying to us. And when you are having to lie, there's a reason why you are having to lie. Let's just be honest with it right there. And whoever is calling these shots not to let this information go, you are doing an absolute disservice to the city of Eagle Pass residents. And I hope you don't sleep well at night after doing this. to the City of Eagle Pass residents, withholding information that is rightfully theirs to have. Well, we will be pursuing, we have a right to appeal, so withhold this information from you. The instructions are attached to this letter. I mean, we're going to follow it up for you guys. We're not going to let that go. That's why they do things like that, because it encourages for you to let go of it, or they give you the runaround and they're going to get tired, except they don't know. They don't know us, right? We're, this just fired us up even more. So we will be reaching out to the Attorney General's. A written statement, no problem. The name of the governmental bot, no problem. We got Ken Paxton, the number on speed dial. This is nothing new to us. The old Maverick County under Judge David Salcella used to do this shit to us all the time. Never give us information and hide stuff. Why? Because there were bodies in the closets, guys. There were skeletons in the closet, just like with the City of Eagle Pass right now. And it's unfortunate that a new administration has to absorb this crap going, right? So here you go. Let's stop sharing this one. We are going to share with you the names. So these people were the ones that decided who did what, they were the ones who decided who was awarded this contract. Okay? These people. I hope you guys can see. I apologize. We're using StreamYard, so StreamYard's a little limited on the stuff we can do, limited. But there you go. The three names, the three people that are responsible, that are directly responsible. And this is as per the City of Eagle Pass, because they responded to the question that these were the ones who scored and ranked the resumes we're going to show you. So you got Arturo Marquez, Aide Castaño, Ricky Gutierrez. Those are the three that are responsible for the score sheets that they don't want to give us. So these three people scored and ranked these resumes that we're about to show you, and these people selected the person who lost us $2.35 million as the City of Eagle Pass. These people are directly responsible for choosing the person who lost just one management, who lost $2.35 million of city money, city funds. All right? Wrap your head around that. Now, they didn't want to give us the scoring sheets. They did not want to give us the scoring sheets that these people scored and ranked. Why do you think they didn't want to give us those scoring sheets? Yeah, because there's a discrepancy in the scoring sheets. That's the reason they do not want to share the scoring sheets, because something was done by these three people on that scoring sheet that may be very, very interesting for law enforcement agencies to catch on to. And I know I'm coming on a little bit strong, but those are the facts, guys. That is why we requested this information. That's why we were specific with this information. These three people had to have scored and ranked the resumes we're about to show you. And the City of Eagle Pass chose not to share it with you guys. Why did they not share those scoring sheets with you and I and us, the public? Why are they hiding something? Something is being hidden from us, guys. And those scoring sheets that they don't want to give us I guarantee you, I promise you, I have never seen an email attached to any scoring sheet. Because why would you have an email attached to a scoring and ranking sheet? Those sheets are spreadsheets type with the categories where you rank them, the weight of that category, and then they have all the different people that applied or submitted something, and then you're there scoring and doing rankings. There is no reason to have an email. They are just looking for whatever, not to give you the information. Why is the city of Eagle Pass not wanting to give you the information? Because something wrong was done by these three people right here: Arturo Marquez, Aide Castaño, Ricky Gutierrez. So this is the first resume. Again, I apologize. I don't like the system the way they have it here, but that's the way they have it. But I hope you can kind of see a little bit. We can download it here. Let's do that. Just download it for y'all. And guys, we do this just to show y'all the truth and give you the best version of it that we can. Let's share a file. All right, well, it's not really letting me do that. All right, for the purpose of sharing or saving time for you guys, we'll just go off of this one, and we will provide you, with bigger picture whenever we come out with the report. But Phil, all right, we're good. Let's take a look over here. So you got, this is one of the people that applied. So Yvette Cantu, 1997, Eagle Pass High School. Okay. Summary of qualifications: knowledgeable in Tejano, Norteño, Mexicano, regional access and freelance with all major artists. Okay, Yvette Cantu. Booking agent manager, Tesoro Music Entertainment. Since 2015. Since 2015, Yvette Cantu has been exclusive booking agent at Tesoro Music Entertainment and has helped thousands of high net worth individuals freelancing with corporations and promoters choose from among many of the best singers, bands, DJs, speakers, and comedians for corporate events, private parties, weddings, virtual events, public concerts, and festivals nationwide. Since 2015, we can also coordinate all aspects of performance for a one inclusive turnkey fee with one fee with our team on site to make your event goes smoothly. Ooh. Okay. From load in to load out, with thousands of our acts on our roster, we will be able to be the perfect act for your event. Okay, so 25 to present. Zurdo Inc., Michael Salgado, El Zurdo de Oro, Signo Enterprises, Ileida Reina, Sólido, La Mafia, David Olivares, Trupa F, Marcos Orozco, Chente Barrera, Stephanie Montiel, AJ Castillo, Conjunto Romo, Asalto, Gabriela, monitoring and reviewing. So they're giving you everything that they do. They're giving you references as well. Not too excited about the references, let me tell you. But managing the profit and loss account with the budget. Okay. So these guys have been doing this for quite some time, right? Yvette Castillo, Cantu, I'm sorry. She's been doing it for quite some time, since 20. That's there. Yeah. So this is the second application. Okay. Now, the first application, unfortunately, for whatever reason, the city of Eagle Pass did not give us the scoring sheets. So we're not able to tell you why Yvette Cantu was not selected. Now, again, I encourage Yvette Cantu and Fernando Sanchez Flores to submit their own request and see if they deny it. Because if they start denying every single request to see this, when it is normal practice to see these, I guarantee you that they have released this probably within a month. They have released some scoring sheets, whether to an engineer, whether to an architect, whether to whatever kind of, professional service that they've gone out for. I guarantee you they have released those files, probably within a month or two or whatever, but they've released them this year to some engineer, to some architect, those scoring sheets. It's normal practice, guys. The reason why they're using this bullshit excuse, and sorry for the language, but it's a bullshit excuse, is because they do not want to show you how they were scored, how they were ranked. They don't want to show you that. And it's for good reason, because it may implicate them criminally moving forward. It may implicate them criminally moving forward. There is such a thing as bid rigging, and people get arrested for that stuff, guys. Fernando Sánchez Flores, okay. So, Duelo, Intocable, los Inversiones de Nuevo Laredo, los Cardinales de Nuevo Laredo, los Cumbia Kings, los Releros from Houston, Texas. Well, I'm assuming Fernando Sanchez Flores is from there. Let's see. Experience marketing with demonstrated history of working in entertainment industry. Skilled in music publishing, broadcasting, advertising, record labels, and music festivals. Strong marketing professional, graduated from Texas A&M University, Kingsville. We're getting to the experience of this one. Again, as I'm reading this, please keep in mind, these people were not selected. Why? Because we can't determine why, because the city of Eagle Pass chose to blindfold all of us and not give us the scoring sheets that we are obligated by state law to have as per the Texas Public Information Act. Experience, Rego Mex Music Promotions from 2017 till present, okay. Presta Music President and CEO since 2011. Grupo El Duelo Manager, wow, okay. EMI Music VP of Regional Mex. So this guy's got a pretty good, a strong background. So he's been in music pretty much, since let's see, wow, he's been involved in this stuff for quite some time, guys. And the resume is kind of speaking for itself there. And look at the consistency in each of these positions. 13 years, 12 years, 6 years, man, 5 years, 8 years. That's pretty consistent. Not somebody that's just jumping around every year trying to fit in or whatever. This guy shows a pattern of longevity within each position that he has held. And not only that, has a president and CEO position where it's him himself doing stuff, right? So look at the consistency, guys. That's what I really want to point out to you, because this is not the kind of stuff that the city is going to point out to you, obviously. But, in Visa LLC, he was there for 8 years. That's quite some time. EMI Music, there for 5 years. That is quite some time. Grupo El Duelo Manager, 13 years. Presta Music President and CEO, 12 years. Rico, and I think these are actually going in together. So, wow. That is a pretty impressive resume. I don't know who the gentleman is or who the person, or I don't know. I'm just saying, whenever I evaluate anybody that I'm trying to hire on my team, You want to see stability. You want to see that he was willing to be loyal for more than a year, 2 years, 3 years. In this case, I think the lowest amount of time he spent in a position was 5 years. For some people, that's a damn lifetime. I've seen applications where people get fired and fired and fired, and the city of Eagle Pass hires them por los compadres, ¿verdad? You know who you are. But people that are not able to hold a position for an amount of time to say that you are established. Now, a year, maybe two, and then jumping around to different positions, that is a pattern of instability. What you want when you hire anybody is somebody that has been stable and that can commit to seeing something through. That, I mean, I don't know who this person is, but that right there is consistency. That right there is being that is something you want. Stability, guys. Moving forward, education, associate's degree, 92, 94. All right. So, guys, I mean, that seems like a very impressive resume. Now, let's go on to the other one. Now, I don't know why they separated them out like this. I could be reading too much into it. It may not be. I don't know. But anyways, now we're going to show you the application or the proposal that was submitted by the person who actually won the bid. This is the person who won the bid, right? And right before we dive into that, I want to ask you a quick favor. A real quick favor. If you can like this post, we have upwards of 30 people throughout we're on X, we're on YouTube. We're also on Facebook, multiple Facebooks, multiple YouTubes, multiple X accounts. We're even on Twitch. So we have a lot of people on here, over 30 right now. If you could do me a big favor and like this video wherever you're seeing it, share it if you're able to share it. That really helps us a lot. And guys, this is very important information. We need this information to get outside of Eagle Pass, guys. Because let's be honest, the way things are established, nothing's gonna get done unless we're able to reach the ears outside of Eagle Pass, guys. So you do me a big favor whenever you like this, heart it, like it, put a mad face if you're watching and hating. I don't give a fuck, right? But do me that solid and share it. That does so much for the logarithm in Facebook that it helps me grow. It also does the same thing for YouTube and X. So I really appreciate it. If you can just take that one quick second to take care of that. If you haven't dropped a comment, drop a comment, guys. That helps as well. Let me give you a question if you want to answer. Do you think so far that the city of Eagle Pass is doing something in bad faith? Drop it in the comments. Let us know what you think, guys. Do you think the city of Eagle Pass is doing something wrong in not giving us all the information that we requested? Give us a comment, guys. Moving forward. Now, this is the resume, Just One Management. There are the ones that were awarded this. So, okay, hold on. Before we move forward, let's answer that question. Somebody wants to know who is in the committee. Let's give them the names real quick. Only take us a second. Sorry about that. The names of the committee: Arturo Marquez, Aide Castaño, Ricky Gutierrez. Those are the ones who selected, did the scoring sheets, had a decision-making capacity to choose Just One Management that we're about to reveal their resume right now. So thank you, guys. Just because of those likes and shares, we got a quick boost in our Facebook and our YouTube. So it's much appreciated. If you still haven't liked or commented or said something, please take the time to do that. It really helps us out a lot, spreading our message. Moving forward with the Jesse Minton artist resume. So this person is the actual one that received the bid. They're the ones who lost 2.35 million or were involved with the city when they lost 2.35 million for the city of Eagle Pass. So we got Jesse Minton to utilize over 20 years of experience and proven success in sales, marketing, and event management. Key artist music activations, Rebecca Creek Whiskey. Created and executed artist ambassador program. Some artists. Has anybody heard of those artists? Clay Hollis, Bree Bagwell, Ken Fox. Has anybody heard of those artists? Can you let me know in the comments, guys? Come on, don't be shy. There's plenty of y'all out there. Have you guys heard of any of those artists? Again, it is Clyde Holly, Bree Bagwell, and Kim Fox. Has anybody heard before those artists? I haven't. Please let me know if I'm ignorant in that sense, but I have never heard of those artists. There you go. No, never. But in the other resume, I mean, we heard artists that we've at least heard of. Okay. Thank you, Mel Sanchez, for commenting. It's really appreciated. Much appreciated. I'm sorry. So talent buying for distillery. I didn't know distilleries bought talent. Create and executed Rebecca Creek Whiskey Music Series. I'd like to see what that is. Manage and executed sponsorship with the San Antonio Livestock Show and Rodeo Entertainment sponsor Star Experience. Okay. Manage and executed sponsor of Steamboat Music Fest. AK Jack Daniels. Managed the JD Sala 7 for Hispanic market. Some artists, Vicente Fernandez, okay. Molotov, Julieta Venegas, and etc. Created and managed the Emmett Smith Cowboys partnership. Okay. All right. Moving forward. Professional experience. This is from 5/20 to present. So 4 years. My objective is to increase sales for the marketing. Okay. Increase POD. Feature music listings. Directed, managed, and incentivized KPI with distributor on and off premise teams, provided key marketing strategies, key drink strategies, point of service, point of sale, brand priorities, brand plans, sought, negotiated, and executed strategic sponsorships, okay. Interviewed and analyzed possible agency proposals. Devil's River Bourbon Whiskey. Sales manager, South Texas, El Paso. Directed and managed KPI with distributor, personnel increase, PODs, volume. Just one marketing? DBA, this is a 117. How weird. Because that's the name of the LLC, just one management. I'm sorry. So this was a consultant. It's actually a DBA. Now, a DBA is what you do so you don't use your name, Isaac Reese, per se, as your business. You do a DBA, and it's a sole proprietor still as a DBA, but you have that doing business as, so you're allowed to do the just one marketing, or what have you, whatever you name your company. So as just one marketing, he did liquor control, staff evaluations, hiring, training, customer service, pricing strategies, menu. Okay, I mean, I'm not sure how that really relates to this big of a experience. Maybe the top a little bit, right? But moving down, Brown Foreman Spirits. I mean, it sounds like he's been working a lot with the alcohol sector, from what I can see, and that experience is what pops up to me more than event management. Seems like much smaller scales, and this was a rather big a step up, and I mean it showed with the $2.35 million loss. I mean, I can't. You see again, tequila market brand manager, distributing, sales. So he's a salesman. He's the salesman, and pretty much a lot of it has to do with liquor. A liquor salesman. A liquor salesman that somehow got a multi-million-dollar contract for managing the 57 South Music Festival, and what is 2.35 loss were the results for the city of Eagle Pass and its residents. Qualifications, sales, management, excellent skills. Guys, we're going to be releasing this in our article as well. Graduated from University of Texas, May 1999. Well, liberal. Sports management, Spanish reading, writing, speaking, available from all tiers upon request. Oh, wow. Now, no references were listed. I always say it's a red flag when nobody wants to give you a readily available list of references, because usually in the references is where you get to flex a little bit and name drop. And that's where you're putting names of people that, like, hey, I have a direct contact to this person, and this person is going to say something good about me, because you're not going to list somebody there that's going to say something bad about you, right? Obviously. So you got him saying references are available from all tiers upon request. I wonder if the city of Eagle Pass, or I wonder if Ricky Gutierrez, if Arturo Marquez, if Aide Castaño, I wonder if they requested his references. And that's that, guys. We kind of showed you, sounds like they were suited. Let's see here. Let's see. Sounds more like a person who ran or operated bars. Yeah. War Daddy Shadow, you hit the nail on the head. He's a liquor salesman. A liquor salesman. Now, I am not well diversed in the event management. I revealed this to you guys, but I would think you would want somebody with a more event geared or event leaning experience rather than a liquor salesman. Because from what I gather on that application, and that is my opinion, I would look at that application, that resume, and I would say that's a liquor salesman. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's not an event management. And very small part of that resume had relevant experience needed to do a multi-million-dollar event. And that is a fact. I mean, you can look at it. It's there. We're going to post it for you guys. It's going to be available. It's unfortunate the city of Eagle Pass chose to go the route that they did in hiding the scoring sheets from you, because I can tell you those scoring sheets must have something really wrong, really red flag type of shit if they don't want to let us see. Guys, it's total crock. It's bullshit. There's no emails on those scoring sheets, guys. There is no email on those scoring sheets. They are doing everything they can to keep the truth from you. Sounds like they were suited to help. Yeah. I mean, again, hitting the nail on the head. Thank you. Yeah, it's good experience. I'm not saying I'm not trying to downplay the experience. The man has extensive experience in liquor sales, not multi-million-dollar events. And that is what the city of Eagle Pass is hiding from you. Those three people, and we're going to leave them up here so you guys can see them. I mean, just in case for those of you walking in, coming in, we'll leave them there for you so you can see the names of the people that are responsible. Now, so you can see the names of the people that are responsible for the $2.35 million loss the city incurred because of their selection. These three people selected, according to the city of Eagle Pass, these three people, those three individuals selected the person, Just One Management, name was Jesse Minton. These three people selected Jesse Minton versus Just One Management versus the other resumes that we showed you guys. Now, the missing piece to this puzzle is those scoring sheets and how Arturo Marquez, how Aide Castaño, how Ricky Gutierrez, how did they score those sheets in the favor of Just One Management LLC? Sorry about that. We do have a Spectrum here. We do Spectrum, gigabyte Spectrum and shit. This shouldn't be lagging on you whatsoever. I'm probably gonna call Spectrum right now and share it with them. That's terrible, especially since I'm paying quite a bit for the internet. My apologies, and we hope we're not skipping everywhere else. But yeah, massive project came down to those three people. They were the ones who decided to move forward with Just One Management LLC, who is owned and operated by Jesse Minton. So Arturo Marquez, Aide Castaño, Ricky Gutierrez, they had to have scored some kind of sheet. They're required to have some kind of documentation that they're scoring. And I'm telling you because of experience, guys. I'm not talking out of my ass. I'm not here inventing anything. I was with the city of Eagle Pass nearly 15 years. The majority of those were in a supervisory or director role, to where I was privy to many of these meetings that many of these committees we had when we were selecting professional services. Never did I see an email connected or on my scoring sheet that would nullify any request to see it. As a matter of fact, we had several trainings that would tell us to be careful what you write on these sheets because they are definitely subject to Texas Public Information Act requests. Now, what does that tell me? That tells me that it's a known fact, one, that anything you score, I mean, whenever I would do interviews, I wouldn't write anything on the sheets. And that's just because of what I was taught, is that the information there can be pulled and will be pulled by anybody that wants to see it, which, hey, total transparency, that needs to be done. That needs to be available. But in this case, whoever made the decision, I don't know who made the decision to go that route, but the decision was done. And it was done to spite the residents of city of Eagle Pass, because those sheets, again, I have the experience. I've been there. I can tell you firsthand that they do not have any email associated with the scoring sheets for that same purpose, because they're subject to the Texas Public Information Act. We are being sold a crock of shit. And what they're telling you, residents, is that you are not worthy of the truth. and that you are not obligated to know where and how your tax dollars are being spent, and how these people, Arturo Marquez, who all of a sudden left Eagle Pass out of nowhere, we're digging deeper on him, guys. It turns out this gentleman here was not acting in our best interest as the city residents here in Eagle Pass. This guy was making deals with elites behind our back, selling us out to them. And we're going to reveal all that story once we get it. If you watch the city council meetings, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. But don't worry, we are going to get you that scoop, and we are going to show you the damage that was caused by this economic development director that was brought to you by the city manager who charged Houston Astro playoff tickets to your city credit card, guys, using city tax funds to hold seats for city council members, city employees, and himself. That's the cut of cloth. That is who hired Arturo Marquez. And Arturo Marquez did more damage to the city of Eagle Pass than good for the city of Eagle Pass. And I stand behind that statement because since COVID started and he wanted to do an incubator program, I hope you're catching this, guys. The incubator program, you know who you are. We're digging all the information and the good stuff out. But he wanted to do an incubator program while people in our community were losing their jobs, being sent home from their jobs, losing their businesses. Some did not have sources of income. Yet, boy wonder comes in, Mr. Marquez, and thinks that it's a good idea to, rather than doing a revolving loan to save some businesses or doing some kind of loan that you can help start businesses, he chose to buy a building that was practically falling down. And then we got into legal trouble. I say we, the city of Eagle Pass, got into legal trouble because of that purchase of those buildings. And it all initiated from this guy not knowing what the fuck he was doing in the city of Eagle Pass. And I've seen this from everybody that comes from out of town into the city of Eagle Pass. We over-evaluate them. We pick them up like if they know so much more than we do, and they shit all over our community. We are digging all the information up, guys. We're going to show you that this gentleman did more damage to the city of Eagle Pass than Glenn Starnes back in the damn day. That's saying a lot. If those of you that remember Glenn Starnes, guys, y'all are too quiet in the comments. It's not typical for you guys to be quiet on the comments. Maybe because of the late show, not sure. We do get a lot of how do I say, negative pushback by Facebook and others. We know they don't want this information out, guys. It's obvious. They are hiding something. And, Arturo Marquez did so much damage to our community, and we're going to be revealing that. And that guy split quick, fast, in a hurry. They had a director's lunch for him. Must be nice. Still wasting money on this guy that did nothing but damage to our community. And we're going to show you the damage that he did. I'm telling you, from the very beginning, back in 2020, when he applied for COVID, he applied to purchase a building to create an incubator program that is not being done. Nothing is being realized until 2024, where he could have received money applying with the EDA grant to save businesses. That is what I call inexperience and out of touch with this community. and I was very vocal when that was done because I believe strongly the incubator program. So back in 2019, 2020, whenever Mr. Marquez came to the city of Eagle Pass, he applied for to purchase buildings to create an incubator program. The incubator program is aimed to help kickstart businesses and house them, a restaurant, a retail. You house them to help them out. It's kind of like a crutch to support starting businesses, right? Or not a crutch. That's a poor choice of words. I would say it's support to help startup businesses. Now, why he chose to go this route? Now, an incubator program, there's nothing wrong with that. Great idea. I love the idea of an incubator program, but not during COVID when people were losing their businesses, losing their jobs, didn't have income, were suffering some kind of stress. It was tough back in 2020 for everybody. Now, why you would think an incubator program would be better than applying? Why you think an incubator program would be better at the time of immediate need is beyond me. That is not an experienced economic development director. That is not a person that has common sense. That is not a person who has his pulse on the community. Because if you would have asked me, I communicate with so many businesses throughout my days. I would have told you there was people that needed money to start businesses. I would have told you there's a lot of people, a lot of teachers that left their job as educators because of what they were having to go through, forced to take the injections. And a lot of them, what did they do? They decided, no, you're not going to force me to take the injection. So they got out of the school district. And when they got out of the school district, they were forced to start businesses. Now, I know this hits close to home to a lot of people, a lot of our viewers, because that's what happened in our community. That was the trend. Educators got out, and there was a lot of people trying to start new businesses, trying to help keep their existing businesses afloat. Why would you get an incubator program that not until 2024 you're doing something about it? It took too much time. The businesses were lost already. You see what I'm saying? And that was his first misstep right out the gate, guys. But what's the problem with city administration and the problem with city council at times, the mayor as well, I'll call him out as well. He is not beyond any damn realm. I'll call him out, and I call him the way I see him. They are inexperienced and they do not know what the fuck they are doing. And it shows with the 2.35. And it's not all of them. It's not all of them. You got a new administration coming in. You have two councilmen that I have seen that are fighting to get to the truth of it. Now, the mayor and the other two councilmen, you guys are just playing with the people, and you are not there to help the people. You are there to get other positions at the school district and shit and get more money. That's what you're doing. Let's be honest here. At least be honest with your intentions, right? And the other one with the hospital district doing all the crap they're doing there, we're going to get down to that public health stuff. We know there's stuff. It's not passing the sniff test, guys. If something smells funny, or how does it go? If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. All right, it is a fucking duck. So that's where we're at. That's where we're trying to get you as much information as we can. This hits below the belt because this is the city of Eagle Pass. The city of Eagle Pass has long touted that they're the good entity, that they do everything right, that they follow the rules, that they're better than the county, all this crap that we always hear about the city. But look at the games the city of Eagle Pass is playing. Look at what they are trying to hide from you. Why would they hide the scoring sheets? Do not accept that bullshit about email. I'm telling you from firsthand experience, you do not put emails on scoring sheets because you will get that request. It's normal practice throughout the state of Texas for engineers, public professional services to request information about their bids and proposals as to why they were not selected. That is the way they get better, guys. It is normal practice. What is not normal practice is how the city of Eagle Pass is denying us this information. Now, I mean, I can't stress this enough, guys. I'm feeling a little bit of our First Amendment rights being violated here. And I don't think I say that term very loosely, or I try not to, but we have every right to see that information. We have every right to see how Arturo Marquez, how Aide Castaño, how Ricky Gutierrez ranked these resumes and why just one management was left to run this committee, run this festival, and select who would ultimately be the head or the company that is going to run this event. Guys, they are hiding stuff from you. Now, I would never hide anything from you guys. Obviously, I try to be as transparent as I can, showing you all this information. And we do this not for a benefit of our own, but to show you. Again, we saw a lot of things back when we were at the city of Eagle Pass. We felt that a lot of things were done incorrectly. Stacy Martinez, there was two other companies that applied. Once we finish this, you can go back. We did spend some time going over them. We're about to wrap up here, but all right, we'll go ahead and show you while we're here. They're here on the same list. Let's go ahead and show you real quick. Yvette Cantu was another one besides Just One Management. Now, I posed this question: do people know singers such as Michael Salgado, Signo Enterprises, Elida Reina, La Mafia, La Trupa F, Marcos Orozco, Chente Barrera? Are those familiar names? Can you help me out in the comments? Because we just identified from the Just One Management, which is Jesse's Minton, who was selected, which is who lost $2.35 million of our city money. Nobody recognized the bands that he was with. And of course, this person is tied, or their references are Javier, Mary Barrera, let's just move on. Fernando Sánchez Flores, Duelo, Intocable, Los Cardinales, Cumbia Kings. I mean, this sounds a little more familiar than some of the other ones that had listed. So you got these two people, Fernando Sánchez Flores and Yvette Cantu, and all of them had, about since 2015. And then the other guy, you got experience since in the 90s, bro. Wow. That was a long time ago. But yeah, as I'm trying to tell you, as I'm trying to show you here, it's just these people that applied, we want to know how they ranked. We are obligated to know. The city is obligated to show us how these people ranked, why they were ranked the way they were, and it's just confusing to me. Came in late. That's no problem. We are going to end probably in a little while, but you can scroll back again. We kind of read through all three resumes. That way you guys can see, why, or the differences between the resumes, right? Unfortunately, the city of Eagle Pass chose not to give us the scoring sheets, and they used the bullshit excuse about emails being on the scoring sheets. Now, scoring sheets do not have emails on them. I can tell you from my 15 years of experience from the city of Eagle Pass, I have even more in local government, and I've participated in these things specifically, and there is never any emails associated with ranking or scoring sheets. They are straight lying to you, lying to me, lying to us as a community. And in my experience, when people lie, because they did something wrong. All right. Let's just be honest. If they're lying, it's because they did something wrong and they are trying to cover it up. I think Fernando Sanchez is friends with El Guapo. Oh, wow. So the experience is there. I mean, you can just read the resumes and you can tell the difference in the resumes. The guy that was selected, he was actually not, I mean, he sounded more like a liquor salesman, a real good liquor salesman, but nonetheless a liquor salesman. So my curiosity is how Arturo Marquez, Ricky Gutierrez, and how Aide Castaño ranked these applications, ranked these qualifications, and came up with the fact that a liquor salesman would be better than these other applications that had substantial promotional experience, event promotion experience. Stacy, and you're correct. It's possible that forms can change, but the reason why you do not implement an email on the scoring sheet is for the same reason, because people are going to request the sheets, and it's normal practice. Again, I have nearly 15 years with the city of Eagle Pass. I've been a part of these committees. You're given a blank sheet, spreadsheet. Now, there's a difference. Always get requested by professional services. Again, they're used as a tool to improve their proposals going forward. They're not going to know how good they are with their proposals or why they didn't get a job if they don't have that tool. They see like, oh, okay, well, our experience wasn't there, or our relevant experience, or our, whatever is specific to that request, which they went out for resumes to run an event. Now, you're absolutely right. Forms may have changed, but the practice would be not to include. I've never seen an email on them. You don't want an email on them because they're going to be subject to Texas Public Information Act. And the only way, I mean, to me, if they did put an email on those and they're legit, and they did that for this specific reason, to be able not to give us the information that we are requesting. They did not want to give these out, so maybe they did that. But I mean, you don't put emails on those scoring sheets. They tell us, we go to classes for this. They say TML, Texas Municipal League, they have classes about this. If they're directors, which I think the majority of them were, if you're directors, you've gone to this class, you've taken these TML courses. They tell you, be careful what you write on these scoring sheets. Be careful what you write on the evaluation sheets for interviews, because all of that is subject to the Texas Public Information Act. All of that. You write a little note there, you write a little squiggly face, you write a happy face. All that is subject to the Texas Public Information Act. That is how I know that you don't put emails on there, because you do not want to be put in the position where you have to release. Now, it's a total bullshit. It's a chicken shit move, and I don't appreciate them trying to, boom to the city of Eagle Pass residents, because that's what they're doing, guys. They are withholding deliberately, flagrantly withholding information that they are trying to bury. When anybody is trying to withhold information, why would they want to try to withhold information? You do not withhold information if you're doing something in good faith. You do not do something like that. I mean, if you're acting in good faith, come and look at everything. One thing that I always had is like, I have my work here. If you work with a public entity, all that is subject. Come on, let's take a look at it. Your work speaks for yourself. Your actions speak for themselves. Arturo Marquez, um, Arturo Marquez, Ricky Gutierrez, Aide Castaño, they each ranked these resumes. That I know that they had to have ranked this resume to go with somebody, to choose somebody. That is the process that needed to be done. Now, it's a total crock of shit that they don't want to share the information with you guys, because that is totally available and should be available to anybody. They are hiding something from you. They don't want you to know something. And I'm telling you beforehand that we're looking into this Marquez character, because apparently several people have come forward, and the rabbit hole is deep. I can go further. I promise you guys. I promise that. And we are going to dig and dig and dig until we bring you the truth as it is. Guys, that is an hour and a half, so that's a little more than I'd like to go. We'll call this a marathon one. Anyways, do you have any last comments, please? Who decided that these two? Good question. Good question. We'd like to ask that, but they'd probably do the same thing to us. Usually, city administration. Typically, they were under a acting city manager at the time. Typically, they are the ones who appoint, select. But you know, the way things were run there, it's like the inmates are running the show there. You know, and that's why you get this kind of incidents that happen. So it's wow. You know, and I'll say again, I have never been a part of a committee that was only 3 people. We always had at least 5. I never been a part of a committee. I'll say it again, just for those of you in the back to hear, right? I was never part of any committee. Again, I've been part of several of them with the city of Eagle Pass, ranking professional services for a lot of the projects that we had rolling out with grant funding that I had applied for. So that's why I was involved in them. Never was there 3 people only. Not once in my experience. There was always 5 people, and the scoring sheet, again, we were always instructed, be careful what you write there because it's subject to the Texas Public Information Act. Now they're coming up with bullshit saying that there's emails on these scoring sheets, which is, I believe this to be false by the city of Eagle Pass, and they are tricking you. They are saying you are stupid, and they are saying you don't deserve the truth. But the key is, guys, Arturo Marquez, he's gone. He left like that. Why? Why? Maybe. What I'm trying to do, I'm not after anybody. I am trying to get the pieces of this puzzle together so you guys are well informed about what happened with the $2.35 million loss. Now, I've heard many rumors, allegedly, entertainment purposes, all that crap, right? There's a lot of rumors. We know Eagle Pass. There's a lot of friend relationships. There's a lot of family. I mean, just look at the school board. Look at the school board. You have the superintendent, right? Mijares. And then the number 2 of Mijares. Brothers. 2 brothers running the school district. Nepotism is... Oh my God, nepotism everywhere, right? So that's what happens here. That's what happens. So I would like to check how that went, and I'd like to see if there's any conflict with Just One Management, Jesse Minton. I wonder if he's related to any of the people that selected him. So is Arturo Marquez, is Aide Castaño, is Ricky Gutierrez, are any of them related to Jesse Minton, Just One Management? And how is Aide Castaño and the other guys involved? Let's talk about this other two. Yeah, it's as we explained, Aide Castaño, Ricky Gutierrez, Arturo Marquez. Arturo Marquez is the former Economic Development Director. He recently resigned and accepted a position, we're not sure what position, but somewhere in Corpus Christi. Now, this gentleman was receiving the mayor of City of Eagle Pass, Rolando Salinas, approved a budget that gave him a $20,000 raise. They gave him a $20,000 raise, making him one of the highest paid individuals in the city of Eagle Pass at $103,000 as per the city budget for the Economic Development Director. I will tell you, again, from the experience that I have with the city, they just barely eclipsed the 100,000 a couple of years ago for city managers. What Rolando Salinas, mayor of the city of Eagle Pass, was thinking when he awarded 20,000 to this individual that has done nothing but harm to the city of Eagle Pass, we don't know what he was thinking. But that individual did no good for our community. He sold us out. And we're going to be giving you all the backup information that supports those statements. And I strongly hope that there's no funny business, because it's already not smelling, it doesn't smell good right now. And we're not the only ones watching, guys. There's plenty of people that have been in contact with us, and there's plenty of people are watching and waiting for this information to come out from the Maverick Times. And whatever progresses from there will get progressed from there. Now, I'm not going to say anything with concrete evidence, but I will say, real quick, let's put another little notch out there, a little point of information. We have the purchasing agent from the city of Eagle Pass resigning as well. Now, the purchasing agent, all of this stuff went through the purchasing agent, had to have gone through the purchasing agent. His last name is Zapata. He is resigning and he is accepting another position elsewhere. For what I hear, not that much of an increase. But why is everybody involved with the decision-making process of the 57 South Music Festival? Why is everybody resigning? There's already two that have resigned, guys. Arturo Marquez, left real quick to coup. But I will tell you, if you did something wrong, Mr. Marquez, it doesn't matter where you run or hide, they will get you if you did something wrong. I don't know if you did anything wrong. We're trying to find out. Luckily, the city is helping you out and, covering up for you or covering up for you all three. But, if you did something wrong, bro, going to Corpus is not going to solve those problems. It's not. That the law can reach you at Corpus Christi as well. But guys, there you have it. What other proof do you need to have to show what is going on? The city of Eagle Pass is hiding something from you guys. They don't want to give you those scoring ranking sheets that Aide Castaño, Ricky Gutierrez, and Arturo Marquez, where they scored and ranked and collectively chose just one management. Miss Gutierrez, it could be. It could be. And that's what we pose is that, okay, is Jesse Minton. Does anybody know? I mean, I know it's a little touchy subject. Nobody wants to say much, right? But anybody out there? Is there a relative connection that we are not seeing? Is Mayor Salinas related to Jesse Minton? Is Jesse Minton related to Arturo Marquez? Is Jesse Minton related to Aide Castaño? Is Jesse Minton related to Ricky Gutierrez? I mean, we're not sure. These are questions that we have, right? But the city of Eagle Pass just did reveal a little bit of information to us. And what they revealed was that they have something to hide. The city of Eagle Pass showed you guys they are hiding something from this Eagle Pass 57 South Music Festival. We'll have the article up soon. We thank y'all for joining on in this live podcast. If you can like this post, if you haven't already, please share. Helps us out a lot. We're going to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors one last time before we go. Thank you to our sponsors, Viva K9, Dog Training, Grooming, and Boarding Center. You can reach them at 830-335-2111. They do a great job with the pets, guys. Iron Primate MMA, 830-421-6811. They have a great boot camp coming up. Please give them a call and schedule your next boot camp. It's time to get pumped. Guys, shout out to, again, Mr. Montemayor. He's still here on our sponsor ticker. Great win, much deserved. I know you keep on saying promises kept, promises made, promises kept, and we're looking forward to a true person that is there to serve the residents and community equally amongst our people. Guys, that's all we have for today. Share this. This is, guys, you're going to see something come up from this. Again, I'm telling you, they're trying to hide something from us. We're not going to let it go. We got you 100% out there. If you guys want to help us in our pursuit, it's not easy. Sometimes there is cost. There is a cost associated with what we do. It does take up our time as well. But this is what we like to do, is provide the real truth. Because of the experience we have with local government, we are able to talk with such confidence and directness to tell you what the city of Eagle Pass is doing wrong and where are the missteps at. So if you want to help us out, give us a donation, support the cause. We're here to uncover the corruption, whether it's the city of Eagle Pass, the Maverick County Sheriff's Office, or the EPISD school district. That's what we do. Bring the truth as it is to you guys. So if you want to help us out, there's our Cash App, the Maverick Times News. Every donation is appreciated and much muy agradecido de donaciones que nos dan. Se agradece mucho. We're really grateful for it and for the community that we're able to build with you guys. And I know it's a little touchy subject. A lot of people know a lot of people here, so maybe you don't want to talk too much in the comments, and I get that. But today we didn't have the quiet engagement that we usually have with you guys. But we're looking forward to linking up with you possibly tomorrow, since we do have an off day. We do have some more reports coming out. Watch those, and we do have the full detailed report where we will release what the city of Eagle Pass gave us in reference to the 57 South Music Festival. Guys, that's all we have. I'm Isaac Reese, the managing editor of the Maverick Times News.